my hair and makeup first.
Okay, here we go. All right, we are live. It's Toaru Podcast number 18. How is everyone doing? We've got some recurring members of the podcast here with Malcolm, Othinus, and returning Emerald. It's great to have you back.
Yeah. I died. I came back just for this.
Just like Alistair, of course.
Yeah. It was I was role playing.
It was just a prank.
Yeah, it was. There's a camera in your apartment. I put it there.
Oh shit. You're not spying on me, Mel, are you? Oh no.
I am.
Exposed. You know what I've been up to. All this degeneracy in my room.
My full-time job is watching you make Toaru videos.
That is the best job in the world.
I would take it.
Professional Toaru watcher. What's that?
I said thank you for having me back on.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Boys.
So, as you can see, the title of this episode is Item of Intrigue, another classic Toaru Podcast title, which I have come up with. It's genius. So why is it called that? Because we had some exciting news in the Toaru community with the announcement of the Item spinoff, or we can call it Mugano spinoff as well, since the level 5s all need to have spinoffs nowadays. And that is coming out in March. So yeah, I just want to know your guys' thoughts on it. We can go one by one and just discuss. Yeah, who wants to go first? Because I've already talked about it on my channel.
I'll go first. All right, so here's me, man. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but me personally, I love Mugino. So for her to get her own spin-off series, I'm very, very excited. I mean, what she did was, pretty shitty, but I still really, really like Mugino a lot. So I'm very, very, very hyped for it. So I don't even know what it's about, to be honest. I just saw a picture of it, and it got me super hyped for it. So,
yeah. I think there's a whole lot of like unanswered questions around Item that I'm really hoping we'll see through this spinoff. In particular, you have things like what happened to make Kinuhata go through her character shift between like Railgun S and Battle Royale. You had how did Hamazura really end up joining in general? I don't think we ever learned that. And there was one other thing. I just can't remember it. But there's a lot around Item that I'm just really intrigued to learn about that we sort of just skimmed over in the main series.
Yeah, I guess it feels like we don't really know a lot about Item. I mean, I know a lot of people wanted like a magic side spinoff, and I guess I was kind of in that camp. But I mean, I'm excited because I like Item. They're easily like my favorite, like science side group of the like 74 of them that exist.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm so excited. Do we have a release date? I mean, I'm sure there's been like, was it announced? Because I didn't see anything personally.
I don't know. I don't know. Like
We have got a super chat, by the way.
Comes to my head. Oh, go
From,
ahead.
my bad. From Evolution GG Vegito. Thanks for the super chat, man. No message, but yeah, thanks for supporting the stream.
I love the little Misaki dance that's happening on my screen right now.
Yeah, there's that, or there is an Othinus sprite as well, which I do have. Maybe I'll alternate it for a future.
You need to put that on right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you not have the chat showing up on?
I should do, but it's not working. For whatever reason. We will
word chat, and I didn't even like consider that there should be words underneath that.
We'll fix it. It was working last time. Of course, it's not an Aeon stream about technical difficulties.
Technical.
It isn't. It's guaranteed this rate. But we've improved massively from our humble beginnings, so we'll take it.
Very true. Actually, did you say what you thought about it, or was that Malcolm?
Um,
I
I
got bad
mean, we're
memory.
really the same person.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
Oh,
yeah, I don't
all
know.
right.
Just
Well,
said it.
well then.
Well, I'll say the thing I got most excited for was the fact that it took me a second when I looked at the art. It took me to realize that Frenda was on the cover and that we're gonna see more Frenda again. Maybe I
Yeah.
was the only one excited for that, but you know what? If no one's got Frenda's back, I got Frenda's back.
Look, man,
Or
I'll be
maybe
honest with you. When I looked at that, I didn't even like think of Frenda. I looked at Mugino and I was like, it's about damn time Mugino got some love.
Man,
'Cause,
that
like,
art's so good though.
It
That's
is. It
really
is very
art.
good. It's a very good art.
good. Who is the artist again?
Um,
Good question. It's a
yeah.
good question, man.
What
I
else?
don't
They
know.
worked on something else. Was it a popular series?
I'm not certain. Have
I don't know
to
why, but I thought it was Don Machi's artist, and I don't know why. Did I make that up?
check Kamachi's Twitter real quick. Pretty sure he added the artist. Depending on how far I have to scroll. Which is potentially a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did the
Oh.
Damachi novel. I'm not sure.
Okay, I was right then. I guess it was.
Oh, it was the
Someone
one. It was the artist by that did Denmachi.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know they got their next season out right now, but
Still trying to figure out why this chat box isn't working. I will
Oh, man,
troubleshoot while this goes down.
you know, I know the new item spinoff did get announced, but like, do we have like a full story on what it's like actually going to be about? Because I didn't really read like a synopsis or anything that was released with the picture. I just saw the picture. I didn't really see or read anything else.
I don't believe we got a synopsis or a release date. I want to say it's going to be the same deal like we had with what's it called with Mental Out, because I think last year at the beginning of the year they just said, yeah, we're gonna release Mental Out this year. Didn't say what it'd be about. Didn't say when that would be. Like, it's just gonna come out. I think that's like what the item spinoff is basically gonna be like. It's just gonna drop one day.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got you. Man, 2023 is looking pretty good for some Toaru. I'm excited, bro. And then we got the next anniversary coming, and stuff's gonna be good.
Ooh,
What's
what we're doing here?
Which anniversary is it? Is it
This
many
year,
years?
the 2023 will be the 19th, and then 2024 will be the 20th anniversary, and hopefully for the 2024th anniversary, we'll get New Testament anime. But you know, that's one.
Yes, we got the chat
the
box.
artist for Denmachi's Familia
Woo!
Chronicle.
Chat box hype. Okay, chat box is alive. I just had to
All I see on
delete
my screen
it.
is Misaki dancing again.
Okay, yeah, we got
now you
another.
moved everything.
Yeah, we got another super chat from Brewmacking Productions. So, thank you, Brewmacking Productions. Appreciate that. We have the chat box working, so I'm not gonna mess around with it too much, but I might try and edit
Oh, it's on
the.
other side.
Yeah, I moved it. It's all. It has to be all sorted out.
It's just-
What's it doing now? Is it
I
okay?
probably couldn't do any better. It's like half in the chat box, like half on the. Oh
Yeah.
wait, never mind. It's disappeared.
Don't worry. It should be moved over. It should be moved over.
Alright, we should refresh the page. Maybe that might help.
But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I see it now.
Is in the right place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be okay.
Cool.
We are now sorted. See, this is why we're so good. We have this unique charm to us. Although it doesn't seem to be doing anything now. But oh well.
oh, the stream's freezing.
Is it?
Now and then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lagging like every like so often.
Yeah. I don't know if it's affecting the audio.
No, I think it's okay, right?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the chat showing up on the video now, though.
Yeah, neither am I. Yeah, neither am I.
Okay, whatever.
No, whatever. All
No,
right.
no,
Well,
okay, there was like one chat, and then it disappeared.
yeah,
Yeah.
it said cool, and then
And that was it.
Literally.
Maybe that was the only message.
Oh, there we go. It's all coming in now.
Oh,
is it? I think
Yeah.
I'm being lied to because my screen shows nothing.
I don't know what the delay on the stream is.
Oh
Oh,
wait.
there it goes. There it goes.
Oh, thank.
Oh, that's probably what the pausing was. It was the game-
Fucking
the
hell.
stream trying
Hold
to
on one
do
second.
whatever that was.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yo, you want to get rid of that bot, dude?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm on it.
I'll get her.
Oh, okay. He's a. But,
No, that's not a
Yeah.
bot.
Beautiful girls. Oh boy.
Right, now
Well,
that's
yeah,
out the
no, I was
way.
thinking about it. Oh. Yeah, but so I was about to say, man. Now that you brought up the whole entire thing with Frenda, she's back in the picture now. So like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It does warm my heart to see her back again, alive. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Who's your guys' favorite and least favorite item member?
Favorite? Maybe Kinuhara. I always just thought Kinuhara was sort of cool. Well, more so during Railgun S than like sort of how she developed or like became in main series or mainline.
Mm-hmm.
Mugino's really great. I don't know. I don't really dislike any of them.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I love Mugino the best. Out of all the item, I love Mugino. Now, the person I hate the most. Oh, Hamazura, you waste of a. I do not like Hamazura. I despise him so much. I do not like him.
I didn't even think about Hamazura really.
It's
I was
not
just
even
thinking about-
relevant for you to think about.
It's just more so like I forget he's like technically a member of Item just because he's done so much sort of away from them now.
Hey, I will not stand for Hamazura hate in this chat.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'm sorry, man. I can't, bro. I don't know what I don't
What
know,
do you
man.
hate about Hamazura? What did he do to rustle your feathers?
Wrestle my feathers. His existence wrestled my feathers. That's what happened.
I thought the phrase was
but
rustle your
honestly,
jimmies.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know anyone.
But no, for real though, like out of all the people in Item, Hamazura is my least favorite. I just feel like I don't know. He never really. I just
Resonated.
don't. Yeah, he just didn't really hit me. He just seemed like to me. He always seemed kind of like a discount Toma. Like I know he really isn't, but he always just felt kind of like there to be there. But I know he has way more important roles later on, in the light novels, and I get that and I respect that. But like when I first, it was like a really bad first impression. Like when I first saw him and read about him, I just didn't like him, and that's probably carried with me, ever since, reading throughout the novels, even in GT. Just nope.
That's fair. So you didn't even like him throughout like World War III stuff?
Nope.
This is so
Alright.
sad.
It's so sad.
you
I'm
would.
sorry.
Yeah,
Wow.
Everyone's upset. I see Hamazura's biggest fans in the chat. His strongest.
Let's go. Hammer Gang. The
Look,
Hammer
man.
Gang is strong. It's strong enough to take down Othinus, to be fair.
Look, let me be real. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because I respect you guys, so I won't lie to you. But I can't. He is my least favorite item member, and of course, out of the three protagonists, Accelerator, Toma, and Hamazura, he is again my least favorite. But again,
fair,
I'm probably the only person that actually thinks of this. So I know a lot of people that love Hamazura, but nope, not me, man.
I mean, I love Hamazura, but I'd say he probably is my least favorite of the protagonists as well.
I mean, that's just
This is so
comparing him to
sad.
Toma and
He's just like-
Accelerator, which isn't really fair.
Yeah.
You're comparing.
Exactly.
Oh darn! What a shame that is.
The three protagonists: Toma, Accelerator, and Misaka Mikoto.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, Othinus, who do you prefer?
Sorry. Just go
Sorry.
on. Yeah, never
Who
mind,
do you
go on.
prefer?
No.
Misaka or Hamazura?
Oh man, bro, you can't be asking. Oh my god, they both met. All right.
Who would you rather have as the third protagonist? Who would you rather have? By the way, there's only one right answer.
No, if you said there's only one right answer, man. Wow, I wonder who that's gonna be.
Listen,
Honestly speaking, though,
Hamazura is crucial.
Man.
He's invaluable.
I know. Like, so if I'm being serious, probably I would actually go with Hamazura. Misaka, like, she's just there now. Like, I don't know, man. She's cool, but she just annoys me. She just annoys me too. I'm not a Misaka fan.
That's sexist. I can't believe you would say that.
All right, bro. Sexist. All right. But I mean, she was cool in Railgun. I can tolerate her. But you know what? If I'm being actually honest, I would put them at the same level. So yeah, that's what I think I do. So there's no picking one or the other. Yeah.
What the heck? Leon. Who's your favorite and least favorite item members?
Okay, my favorites, Mugano, of course. I think her character development, especially in New Testament, is peak. And she was an entertaining villain. She was really entertaining. And I know people might not like her because of she killed Frenda. I know. Spoiler alert! But, like, if you put your feelings aside and just look at the character itself, kind of like how people should view Shokuho, but don't. If you look at the character, regardless of what said character has done, she's a good character. But my least favorite, people are gonna hate me. I've never been a fan of Frenda, really.
What?
Wow.
Man, y'all make fun of me for saying I think I'm a
bad.
bro.
Okay,
you can't make fun of
okay,
me for that.
okay.
I'm just saying Frenda.
Okay, calm down. Right, okay. That does no. Okay, let me defend myself. All right, I will say what Komachi did with Frenda's character in like the the railgun arc with Saturn, and then the impact of her death in New Testament, because that gets expanded upon. That was good. That was very well written. I enjoyed it. But Frenda herself, like, I don't know if it's that voice or just the way she acts. I know some people find her cute, but to me, she's just kind of annoying.
You know, I respect that because I feel the same way with Hamazura. But come on, man, her fight with Rocco. Like,
yeah,
come on,
the fight's sick.
That was pretty cool.
We're talking about the character. We're not talking about the fight. Listen, that fight had amazing choreography.
Okay, all right.
For me, at least, I never got too attached to Frenda, in part because, like, I read the books before the that part, or before she really got development in Railgun, because I'm a boomer. So I was there to just read the book first because the manga hadn't fully caught up to the sister arc. So like, I already knew, like, if you start with the books and just started the series from near the beginning, she died like in her first appearance.
Yeah.
Which was that book. And then she gets character development later on, like through Railgun and stuff. So I was like, whenever I saw her showing up in Railgun, I was like, oh, that's that girl who's gonna die. So I didn't really create a big bond with her, but you know, I wouldn't say she's the worst.
You're right. She's not the worst.
Oh no, the Frenda fans are not happy with me. Right, okay, listen. Yeah. Just because she's my... Alright, there's just some aspects of her, which, like, a voice and stuff, I'm not a fan of, but things involving her, like the fight with Rocco, awesome. That fight had amazing choreography. That was listen, I said Railgun T is my favorite Toaru anime. And that includes the arc with Frenda, because I feel like that was really well adapted. Like, and it adds a lot of depth to her character, which wasn't there. And yeah, Malcolm makes a good point that in that the anime only audience, or pretty much 90% of people who are into Index who watched Railgun first before reading the novels, were introduced to Prenda via Railgun S. So we had time to connect with Prenda as a character rather than just introducing her and then being killed off in the same volume, because that was her initial debut. But it was reversed, so we got to spend time with the item gang before all that happened. But yeah.
You know, now that I'm thinking more about it, like, I do want to add that for me personally, like, when I was introduced to item, one character, like, aside from Hamazura, that really was just kind of bland for me, was just Takitsubo. I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know. I just don't like her. She's just kind of bland to me too. I don't know. Never really connected with her.
She would probably be my least favorite of the main 4 girls, but like even then, I don't really dislike her.
I like Takitsubo.
She's my least favorite of the main girls, but I do really like her. But my least favorite thing about her is literally just the pink tracksuit. Like I just hate that. I hate that hot pink tracksuit.
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on. If you say you hate the tracksuit, do you hate Bochi from Bochi the Rock?
No, I love Bochi.
Oh, okay. just you said you.
I wish
you
she'd
said
wear something else.
So I was like Bochi.
Hold on, no, that's pastel pink. This is a hot pink.
Oh, right. Sorry, right.
And she wears a skirt. She wears a skirt over the tracksuit, so it makes it okay.
Oh, so yeah, you're right.
I don't know. Tracksuit skirt combinations kind of sus. I feel like you got to wear a tracksuit. You got to go all out.
So here's the thing.
Subscribers. Aeon's gonna wear a tracksuit with a skirt over it.
So Emerald and Malcolm, I told Aeon this already, and I want to tell you this since we're talking about Boshi really quickly. But there's actually an anime convention coming up next week around where I live, and I was going there with some friends, and I play guitar. I don't know if you guys know, but I play guitar, and I was thinking of cosplaying as Bochi the Rock, as Bochi.
Ooh.
I know. There's nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to tell you guys since we were talking about that for a quick second.
All right.
Dang. Now you and Emerald have to do a guitar collab.
I'll be there. I'll come up to where you live, and we'll go together.
Yeah.
All right.
We need 2 Bochis.
Dual guitar. Let's go.
Sounds good, man. But no, I'm sorry for getting you guys off topic, but I just wanted to say that because I thought that was funny.
No,
Speaking of which, well, really not speaking of anything. What are y'all's thoughts on the girl in the background of the artwork?
Oh, the mysterious girl.
Yeah,
I noticed like 90% of people didn't even notice she was there.
Yeah.
1 second.
Admittedly, I was like one of them, I think. I was like, wait, there's a girl over there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I need to look at that picture again.
Here, wait, I'll send it to y'all on Discord.
Everyone was just distracted by Mugano's assets, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, hold on. What's wrong with that? What, you know?
I don't say there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that's the reason why, probably.
I thought you were trying to say something. And,
No, I'm giving a rational, logical explanation.
Yeah.
Don't hate on me.
You are not looking at the direct center. You are looking at the right side of the screen, as we'll say. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But no, I'm with you. I did not notice the character in the background because of Mugino. Yeah. So nope, I didn't notice that until now. Now that you said that.
Yep.
Well, there we go. There's a character there.
Oh, then hold on a second. Let me ask you this then. What do you think her relevance is to the item storyline? Or what do you think she could be like? How do you think she's involved with item then? Or if she is even? No, she's definitely involved. So how do you think she's involved then?
I mean, just micro-analyzing the pic. She's got her hand on her head, so she seems to have a headache or something. I don't know. There's not a lot to go off of.
Is that like? Is she? Yeah, you're right. I can't tell if she's like saluting or like having her like her hand over her eyes to where she can maybe see better. I don't know, but
I mean, there's an overway pass right there. I don't know. Maybe it's not blocking. See, I feel like she's gonna be relevant because she has such a weird hairstyle. She has like the 3 hanging pigtails, which I've never seen that before. so she's gonna be relevant. I
Maybe
feel it.
she's like an unknown member of item.
Maybe she was like the item lackey before Hamazura.
That's what that's crossed my mind.
Oh, yeah,
then
that's
she's
a good
gonna die.
point.
She was the assigned driver, and
Hold on.
There's a good chance she'll die.
You don't know she died. What if? Hear me out. What if, like, she decided to quit item because of what they're doing? Huh? What if she decided to quit?
Well, I want to
I'd
say
be surprised if
that
she joined item in the first place.
That's a very good point. Yeah, it's a very good point.
don't
also
they make jokes about like killing their old lackeys. Isn't that why they kept getting new lackeys?
ooh,
Was that not
Indeed.
something they said?
find that quote. Someone find that quote.
Okay.
Someone read Old Testament 15 right now and find that quote.
Wait. I've got it downloaded on my phone.
Because we might be able to unravel the secret behind this mysterious girl. Unless she just like some, person gets involved in the item stuff without being, working for them or stuff like that. Because I don't know if she'd be a villain. Probably not, because she looks like a schoolgirl, but you never know with Index or Railgun.
Never know these things.
Yeah,
But damn.
it's true.
They have to come up with so many new different hairstyles for girls in this series, like with all the girls in Tokiwadai from the Mental Out and the current arc and Railgun. They're coming up with hairstyles constantly. Also-
now that I think about it, I'm sorry, I was gonna say, now that you said hairstyles, I can't think of one hairstyle in Toaru
Oh,
that has like a side ponytail. Unless I'm blanking out. on it, I can't think.
Kanzaki or Kazakiri.
No, that's not a side ponytail.
Wait.
Not to the side, but like behind it.
you mean
Oh,
Kazakiri?
It's to the side.
Yeah.
Does she?
She has like a little strand she knots up.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's subtle, I guess. It's not like
Yeah,
a
subtle.
full ponytail.
Yeah, I was thinking something more kind of like Ai Hayasaka from Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's what I was thinking of. But no, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
She's just not like other girls.
Yeah, she's built different, I guess.
I was thinking, will we see Kanu Shinka in this?
Oh, it took me a second to remember who you were talking about.
The trap from New Testament 12.
Yes.
I Hornet Hetsu.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that kid again.
Really? Do you think we'll have a scene with
Yeah.
him and Frenda?
No, oh wait, I forgot they were friends.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
Oh.
he'll be in it, guaranteed.
We could probably learn some of the relationship between Frenda and the former skill out boss. I can't remember his name before Hamazura took place. Since he had that picture
Kamaba.
of him and
Oh
yeah, he had that picture of him and Crimea.
Yeah, Kamaba. Yeah, he was like looking after Fremea, or Premiere, I don't know how you say her name, for a while. But yeah, that'd
so
be interesting
I
to find a
think
story
we'll
behind
probably
that.
See something related to that.
More skill out is good. Skill out
Indeed.
chads. Even though people hate him as
Especially
we're
that
here.
particular character that we only got like 2 minutes of, and then he died. He seemed interesting.
Yeah. I mentioned it in my video about it, but I like to see Mugano kind of like change to the more savage one we see in Index.
Yeah.
I don't think we would see what was her name? Umidori?
Yeah, probably not, because I think in New Testament 1 is when Sai and her reunite for the first time after the Dark May, maybe.
I guess.
So probably not,
I guess
unless.
it depends on if they do any like flashbacks or anything in this.
Oh yeah. In that case, then most likely, yeah. If we get Dark May for flashbacks, imagine if we get like the what's she called from Dark Matter manga, the lolly in that.
Oh, Ringo.
Ringo, is it? No.
Ringo.
Yeah.
Ring. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hamazura doesn't count as a item member. Book says he's an unofficial member.
He's
still
Alright, you know what?
He works for him.
Not even important. Oh.
He works for him.
Well,
But yeah, I don't know if we'll see Hamazura in this because he joins item later. But it really depends what timescale it's going to use. And if it's, yeah, we're assuming it to be like a full series as well. This is just going to be a one shot. So is this going to be like an Excel manga situation where it's going to extend all the way up until like the arc where like item appear in like Battle Royale?
I'm sort of distracted reading, trying to find the.
Oh, no worries. It's okay. I will ask weird questions and chat will enjoy.
I think she's an Esper. Who is that referring to again? The girl in the background?
When we're talking about the item girl again, or who?
Well, Cameron asked, think she's an Esper. And I didn't know if he was talking about the girl in the background or what.
Oh. I mean, if she's, in school, then she's probably an Esper. Most likely. She won't be a magician, so. You never know.
Wow, I was really hoping she'd be a magic user.
Could be in disguise. Could be an Aztec.
True.
Remember the Aztecs, guys? Etzali and Xochi, or however you say her name. Still waiting for the Aztec spin-off, which won't happen.
Index set in Mexico?
Honestly,
yeah.
if we're talking spin-offs, I'd rather have like an Astro Buddy spin-off before that.
We got an Astro Buddy spin-off. It was called Astro
Well,
Buddy.
I'm talking
want
like
that to go
anime.
out
I
of
want
the
like an
Astro
anime.
Buddy?
I meant anime adaptation of it.
Oh,
But no, I
okay.
get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah. Sorry, I should have been more clear about that. But yeah, no.
Well, I'd say a spin-off of Astro Buddy would be pretty funny. Because then that'd be a spin-off of a spin-off of a
Spin-off.
spin-off.
Spin-offception is truly evolved.
As a spin-off.
But damn. This universe is so
Bro, I'm
dense
not
that...
gonna lie. What were you...
Oh, God.
I was gonna say, bro, what were you looking for in the NT, bro? I totally forgot.
Oh, if Item said they killed
I think
their
that
lackeys.
I'm looking in OT 15 Battle Royale.
I feel like it was in the anime or something where like someone said that they kept replacing their lackeys because they kept killing them or something like that. And I just I don't know, maybe I made that up.
Okay.
Come on, chat. Find the quote. Please help us. Well, no, if you can't find a quote, that'd be cool.
First scene, so let's see.
But yeah, I mean, it would explain how Mugano is a bit deranged.
She was sort of deranged the first time she fought Makoto and it didn't go her way. It's just,
Yeah.
I think it wasn't quite as a big deal to her at the time. It didn't have the ramifications losing to Makoto as it would losing in Battle Royale.
Yeah. But Mugano seems to be more forgiving of her colleagues screwing up in Railgun S rather than later on. And it seems to be more lighthearted with them.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a
So,
super
I
chat
mean-
from Ben Misaka. Thank you. Appreciate the support.
The big difference there is whenever we see her in Battle Royale, it's at like a high tension moment. And then things just sort of fall apart during that novel. So it's not like we had a lot of time to see what she's normally like outside of situations like she had with Hamazura. that caused her to go like mental. So I feel like it could have just always have been there without needing like, an explanation for why she became like that.
I guess more, yeah, I guess because even her friend has screwed up in Railgun S, she didn't, like, betray them, per se.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to learn more about Mugano's background and why she was so crazy. Because at least we know with Accelerator because of his upbringing and environment and all that.
I wanted to ask Malcolm a question. You mentioned you wanted to see the cause for Kinuhata's like character shift from Railgun to Index. Is my memory bad? What exactly? What changed about her?
In Railgun S, she was much more sort of reserved, and she always like had the hood over her eyes, like she's always wearing the hoodie, and she didn't really like, she wasn't talkative or like very excitable. Whereas by OT15 in Battle Royale, she was like hyperactive. She had a lot more energy by those books. She wasn't wearing the hoodie and covering up anymore. She sort of went through like an emo phase into like a more normal girl phase out of nowhere, and it never really explained where that dichotomy sort of shifted.
And did that shift like carry over, I guess, back to Railgun? Because I felt like she was kind of more like that in Dream Ranker as well.
Yeah, by Dream Ranker she was more like the Index, and I think by that point Hamazura had joined. Yeah, Hamazura had joined Item by that time. So it's usually like, I've seen usually speculation around it being it's something to do with Hamazura joining Item that caused her character shift. It's just we've never seen it because Kamachi never wanted to show it. I didn't see anything in the book, by the way. I couldn't find the quote.
Oh, rip. It's okay. But yeah, you make a good point about Kinuhata. Like, I remember watching Railgun S and I completely forgot about Kinuhata. Mainly because, yeah, she seemed like really quiet and she kind of looked like Makoto as well. At least I thought so when I first watched it.
Yeah, if you aren't paying attention to it, like it took me a few read-throughs of like both to even notice like, oh wait, Kinuhata is like a completely different character between these points. And then by Dream Ranker, yeah, she's more like how she was in the Index series. And the only like missing factor is Hamazura joined. What happened to create these events? Like it's just, it has to be around Hamazura probably. But yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. When did Hamazura join in OT15? Is that like right when
he joined before.
Yeah. Because he was with them in Railgun T.
When he joined, it's just
Yeah.
Okay.
By that point, by OT15, he was already sort of like integrated, like he was sending them their mission statuses, and stuff. So
yeah,
and he was their personal driver. So who knows?
It would have to be enough to skill out Uprising though.
Yeah.
Because he was leader of Skill Out for a bit, and then obviously got beat by Toma, and then he had to find a new job. Being the Item Girl's lackey.
Just rereading it, he was still their boss. Or the way he spoke in OT15, he's still the leader of 100+ Skill Out members.
Okay.
He's also working with Item, so who knows what his relationship with Skill Out is.
He kind of retired. I mean, he does meet up with Hanzo, doesn't he? But he pretty much retires, so he doesn't really hang out with the Skill Out guys anymore.
Hanzo became the new leader, so.
Yeah, exactly. When are we going to get more ninjas? When are we going to get ninjas versus vampires? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, where's our ninja art?
I've been waiting for, what's that girl's name? To Omi. I've been waiting for Omi to show back up for the longest time. I don't think it's happening. I don't think
think-
it's happening.
Oh, okay, I was about to say I swear I just saw her, but I did just see her because she was in the Index official anthology. One of the chapters just got updated for that manga, and she's literally in it. So I was like,
Oh wow.
I swear I just saw her sometime, but yeah, that's because I just read it.
What is it?
It's
The
the
anthology?
yeah, I think it was the Railgun anthology that she showed up in. It was a Hamazura chapter. Actually, it was an item chapter. Funny enough.
Oh. Yeah, I really liked Omi in New Testament 4, and maybe I was the only one because Kamachi didn't bring her back anytime soon.
She's in Railgun manga at least, but
Yeah,
apart from that,
she is there. I don't know. I don't even remember what purpose she served. I kind of feel like she was just there. But you know what? I appreciated it for the like 7 panels she was on.
yeah, it's basically just a reference for New Testament readers to be like, oh yeah, I know this character. So, but other than that, yeah, she's just in the background really. But there was that other ninja girl who was working for, what do you call it, Kimi, that fought Kuroko.
What? Oh, sorry.
You know the-
Sorry.
Yeah, the ninja girl. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
it wasn't a Railgun. It was the Koshiki comic anthology Toaru Kagaku no Railgun featuring Toaru Majutsu no Index.
That's
is
a
the
mouthful.
Title.
That's it.
Yeah. It was called Hamazura Stalker was the name of the chapter, but
Sorry, you said Hamzura again. Sorry, go on.
yeah, yeah, I sent a pic to the. Actually, I can just send the link to it. But
Hamzura stalker. It's just so funny.
That is pretty funny. What is that girl's name again? The girl in New Testament 1?
Koryoru?
Yeah, that's her name. No,
No,
who's that?
like the ninja girl.
Oh, Kuruwa?
Yeah. Okay. Were we talking about 2 different ninjas this whole
wait,
time?
maybe we were.
I was talking
I was
about
thinking of
Omi,
Kurowa.
the
Yeah.
Oh,
is she like
no.
a cowboy cheerleader. What the heck is she?
Umi's the one that is meant to be old but looks really young, and Kuruwa's like
Yeah.
the random one,
That's
which
right.
is friends with
Well, I mean,
Hanzo.
I like both of them, I guess. So I guess it applies to both, but I was talking about the old lady ninja who does not look
Oh.
old.
So many filler ninja
did.
background characters. It's too many.
There are 3 ninjas in the series.
And more than there are vampires. I think.
Yeah.
You can say that, yeah. Is that manga, by the way, canon? It's not, right? Is it doujin or what?
It's official anthology, so it's technically not canon, but there's nothing really like in this particular chapter to contradict anything. So
I don't think I've read it. I should probably read that.
Yo, I'm sorry, but y'all talking about this chick? I just want to double check.
yeah,
Her, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess they are. I was
Guo?
talking about let me look up the girl I was looking about.
Was she been pictured?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well, I guess in Railgun she was.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, her.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
completely
that's
forgot about her. She fought Kuroko. I completely forgot.
She did. She did.
Yeah, she's the
I don't
one.
think she fought.
Yeah,
Kuroko.
they were.
No,
she was
that was,
teleporting, and then she tried to clot her blood or whatever.
No, that was Surigane. That was
Was that Surigane? What?
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
On.
I'm doubting
Picture of
everything
her.
now.
It was
I
the
thought she
girl who was a
fought-
Kimi.
1 second. Oh, dude, this girl does not exist on the wiki. What the heck?
Nah, they definitely do.
Is her name not Surigane?
I think so. It rings a bell.
Okay, I mistyped her name, and then it pulled up the right. Okay.
Bro, ever since Jailbreaker, like the Railgun manga has been like such a snore to me. Like I just don't absorb any of it anymore.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't even touched the Railgun manga since Jailbreak started. Ended.
Yeah, same with me.
I don't even know. I think Aeon told me it was like a flashback arc or something like that. I think he said.
Yeah,
Or
they're
was it-
currently on a flashback arc for how
Yeah, so yeah.
Misaka Mikoto got her personality, which I haven't been a fan of at all.
Yeah, I just don't care for that. I don't care. But
By the way, I'm just reading the chat. Is this better? I've turned up the boys. Let me know if that's better.
oh, were you like quiet or something?
Yeah. I mean, they said I was way louder than everyone else, so I've adjusted the sound mixing a bit. Well, let me know if it needs more power.
Maybe
Maybe
we
you
can talk
should yell.
louder.
Nah, that's cool. It's cool.
Maybe you do just
Literally,
yell.
I can adjust this at a touch of a button because I'm on an OBS, so it's cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, let me know because I can adjust it at will. But yeah, what were we mentioning about again?
I don't know.
Railgun.
Something about ninjas.
Well,
Oh,
honestly,
yeah,
hold up a second.
Railgun.
Speaking of manga, yeah, but I wanted to ask you this, Aeon. So, since we were talking about the Railgun manga, I want to shift our attention to the Index manga real quickly. As many of you guys know, the Index 178th chapter just released, and of course, Aqua's in it. And man, that Aqua panel fighting Mark, it was beautiful. I was beautifully seen, beautifully colored.
Did
I
you
just
say
wanna know what
Mark?
you thought about that. Not Mark. What the
Oh.
fuck am I thinking? What am I thinking right now? I don't want to think of Mark's
Not Mark's
face. bro. I don't
face.
know what I'm
Oh no,
thinking.
you do. You've done
yeah,
the,
I don't know what I'm
literally- bro. You've literally done
Dude,
done what what's it called? Funimation did, because when Funimation released like the booklet for
I
Index
know.
3, they put like they put Mark's face in the booklet and they put like a picture of Night Leader under him.
Yeah.
It was the
Or was it
It
the
was,
guy in the plane? Sorry.
the plane robber or the plane
Yeah, sorry,
terrorist.
that was it.
Yeah,
I knew it was something like
I know
that.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I just that was the first thing. That's the first thing that came to my head when I was thinking of that fight between him and Aqua.
Yeah.
But in any case, but the I just saw the like I don't know. I just really loved how they did color on that panel, and I immediately thought of you, Aeon, when I saw that.
Oh yeah. It honestly looks amazing. I made a tweet about it. I just hope that because in Index 3 they messed up Aqua's sword Ascalon really hard. Like they just made the entire thing glow blue, which is not how it functions at all in the novel. If you haven't read it, it's meant to like glow in each part of it because each part is meant to serve a function to kill the dragon or dismember it or whatever. Each part of the blade has its own function, then it glows a specific color. But JC staff were like, nah, screw that. That'll cost too much to animate. Let's just do the whole thing blue. So, but from that illustration alone, it looks super clean. Obviously, they can put more effort into drawing, the manga than
Right.
hundreds of frames, thousands of frames. But at the same time, just do the fucking sword right, please. The Toaru nerd in me does not like it glowing blue. I know it's a nitpick thing. I know. Who cares? It's just a sword. Who cares? It matters to me, okay? I care. I care
matters to
massively.
me.
As the Aqua cosplaying stan, and I know people say I'm Iral Aqua and stuff, so it matters to me.
It's always the small details that make a huge impact on a
Exactly.
show.
There we go. Spitting facts. That is
Yeah.
absolute facts.
You know what they say, man? Enjoy the little things, and that classifies as one of the little things. But I don't know. I was just curious on what you thought about it because
Yeah.
I mean, it just reminded me of you.
Yeah.
And with the new, just. Ooh.
What do you guys think of the? I've not really read much of the manga. Do you like the manga adaptation compared to the anime?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gotten really good with the index-free content. Like, it's adapted it pretty well. But the only gripe with the manga for me
you
is
actually understand what's happening.
yeah, exactly. It's explained clearly. Obviously, they can't include every detail, but you don't have to. Like, you can still adapt it good, and this is proof. This is proof you can do a good adaptation with the amount of time. I know it's a manga version, it's not anime, but the same storytelling principles apply. And the only gripes I have with the manga is probably the early art, because the art has improved so much from the early chapters. Like, is it Chuya? Chuya has improved massively. Like, if you thought Haimura improved, Chuya has like gone to god levels. Like, damn. But yeah, that's the gripe with it, and also the fact that they skipped like 2 arcs. He skips Deep Blood arc and Angel Fall to get to the Makoto parts. That's the reason why they did it. That was explained. Yes. So those are the 2 negatives, but they also added like more backstory for like some of the characters like Oriana and Index as well. We got some like bits of flashback which weren't even in the novel, so that also adds a lot to the characters and gives it, you know, extra reading purposes for those who, you know, are big fans of the series and still want more. There's still details which you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, I've been meaning to read the manga for a while. I had started it, but I you know, just to start it, I had read it on some like Manga Dex or something, and I guess it was using the fan translation, and it was really bad. Fan translation was really, really bad.
The early fan translation was not great.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to read. I mean, I assume it's no. I assume the manga is no replacement for the light novel, but I guess for Index 3, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a better replacement than Index 3.
Yeah, I mean, if people are like so anti light novel, then yeah, you can just read the manga and probably get a decent experience from it. But
with the exception of Angel Fallen Blood.
Excuse me. But yeah, for the full experience, yeah, like Mal said, if you want the full definitive experience, the best experience, it's light novel or bust. And also, it's still on the index-free stuff. It's nowhere near where the novels are. The novels are light years ahead. So
yeah,
take your pick. And Emerald has seen the light because you obviously started the novels a year and a half ago, was it?
Yeah.
From New Testament.
A year and a half. I started in the summer of 2021.
Yes.
I've been reading a long time. I didn't even know I could read.
And since you're kind of like near the end of New Testament in terms that you're at New Testament 21. So I know you're not finished it all fully, but what's your experience been like overall, like so far, from the novel point of view?
Yeah, at first, I don't know if I feel like I probably said this before, but at first, I did not enjoy exactly reading it. Like, I guess I would say I never really read light novels before, and I thought that it would have just been a lot more fun to experience through like a good anime. But I guess the deeper I got into it, probably around the Othinus arc, I kind of like started to see why light novels are kind of just a superior experience, especially for Index, because it just paints a much more vivid picture, and everything just, especially for like a convoluted, it just makes more sense. Like the world and the characters and everything, it adds up in a much more like logical way compared to when you're just watching it. And now I'm worried that if like an anime ever does come out, it's just going to disappoint me. Because, you know, originally being kind of like ignorant of the source material, you can kind of just enjoy it for what it is that you're seeing. But now that I have been blessed with the curse of knowledge, it's maybe I'm just gonna be disappointed with the anime whenever that comes out. But I've been really loving what I've been reading so far, and I've been really excited for the Karanzan arc. I guess for anyone that doesn't know, in the chat, I've yet to start New Testament 21, so I'm getting pretty close to the end. I know I read your favorite arc, and I say the end, but I know the
Sorry,
end of New
he
Testament-
said the end. I immediately thought of Genesis Testament. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right. It's I guess it all just wraps back around. The end of New Testament. Yeah.
Right.
Now, will you go back to OT after you finish NT?
Great question. I am probably gonna read GT, and when I catch up in between volumes, I'll read
I think that's the
OT.
most sensible one.
Oh,
Just because if I read OT before I went into GT, well then I would not read GT for until 2025. That would take me so long to finish.
But then we'd have a new abbreviated series. Be on RT.
Yeah. Are we going from Genesis to Revelation?
Absolutely. Going Revelation Testament.
that's a big jump, but I'm all down for it.
Or we're just gonna go he's just gonna straight up go in the order of the Bible. It's gonna go
That's what I was thinking.
Testament.
Yeah, I was thinking
Exodus Testament.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, that's what I was
Why? Because that would be I don't know, because you call your series New Testament and then you go to Genesis Testament, which was already kind of weird decision, but whatever. But if it does that, then it's gonna go on forever, and it's gonna be like, well, what was the point of me calling it New Testament when we're gonna go to the New Testament books of the Bible anyway? It's like, what? What? Can you
wait for
imagine
Luke
John
Testament.
Luke Testament? What? John Testament? Is that what it's gonna be?
It just sounds like a name.
Maybe
It sounds like
just-
the character name Kamachi would give somebody.
Maybe
Jeez.
we'll get
John Heston.
Gospel Testament, Apocrypha Testament. Who knows?
Well, we already got Apocrypha.
We did.
Yeah, they did a full release of what was it? It was all the side stories, and they called it Apocrypha.
Archives. Archives, yeah, I think.
Yeah, Apocrypha Archives.
Where have I been? Am I living under a rock? I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
It
they
was
released
just a
it.
collection of all the side stories, but
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they released it during when the anime was airing for Index 3, I think, or Railgun.
yeah, I think Railgun. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a bad cough.
Saying, yeah, Revelation Testament would be a cool name. I
You'd
think.
have
I
to
don't
end
know,
it at
if
a
you-
Revelation Testament, though, right? Surely.
Don't underrate. Don't under. Fuck, I can't speak. Don't underestimate our boy. Well, what would come after that?
Revelation
If you
Testament
could.
2.
Yeah.
The sequel, even though that's the end, technically.
Or you'll move on to the Islamic books or something.
Fine.
Oh dear, he'd get cancelled instantly.
It will be a publicity stunt to, I guess, revive Index.
You know what they say? Negative attention is best attention.
Maybe he'll skip it and go straight to Mormonism.
Mormonism. Jeez.
Mormon magicians.
Their many
Was-
wives,
We're still waiting for Westboro Baptist Church to appear on Index.
of course. I can't wait for Protestant magicians.
I mean, we
I can't
technically
wait for
do with the
Bible
Anglican
Belt
Church,
magic
but
side.
Is the Anglican Church not Protestant?
yeah, it is.
Okay, I thought so.
Even though they call it
Alright,
one of the
yes.
3 major Catholic churches, but I guess because it originated from the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm sure some magician's gonna incorporate the power of the Bible Belt and do some mega spell, and then
Yeah, could you imagine an index arc in like the deep south?
Yeah. Dude, I was telling a friend about New Testament 3. He doesn't know anything about index, and I was telling him what the depiction of America was like in it, and how, and even in Hawaii, Kamachi just thought that everyone walked around with guns, like constantly in Hawaii, of all places. And so I'm just thinking, like, what would he think of the South? If that's what he thinks about Hawaii, what would he think about the South?
Yeah,
Man, as a
gospel
person
singer
from Hawaii,
magicians.
We walk around. You see, we actually drive to work in tanks.
Oh,
it's my dream.
You know, like the guys who like have like religious experiences where the guy like touches the person, is like the Holy Spirit is flowing in you or something like that, and he like, starts shaking and shit. That's definitely like a magic side spell. Definitely.
You guys, have you guys heard of? Apparently, okay. There's two things I learned about the South. This is a change of topic, but there's cowboy churches and there's snake churches.
I know
sorry,
about cowboy churches. Oh, actually, yes, I do
cowboy
know both.
churches?
Yeah, there are cowboy churches. I met a guy where I work that he's a part of a cowboy church, like in Arkansas.
What the hell?
And he's from Arkansas, and it's like they all are basically just like they dress up like cowboys, and it's like really casual, and they just talk about the Bible. It was an experience.
I bet it was. Cowboys. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a cowboy church before in my life.
That's what we need an index.
Cowboy magicians.
Cowboy magician.
Magic
Think,
revolvers.
If you gave Kanzaki a cowboy hat, she'd fit right in.
Oh, very true. She likes to LARP as a cowboy. I'm sure of it.
She's got the boots for it.
And the jeans, the denim.
Half the jeans.
Yep, half.
Nope. I think really fun to see Aeon go to a cowboy church. I can already see it now. Picture him in cowboy boots and get up. I can see it.
I'd stick out like a sore thumb. Like, I'm from North England, me. Like,
they'd hear the accent and be like, I think someone's here for our freedom.
I know. They'll think it's like the War of Independence again, won't they?
Tie them to the back of one of their horses and just let it run.
Yeah, but I better not wear like a red coat or something, or a red jacket. Fucking hell. Well, no, I'd either have to pretend to be like this ignorant British person, and I just use a posh accent rather than my own accent because they'll love it.
Mate, why are you eating those crumpets? They're called biscuits here, Brit man. I don't know what they call a British person.
Oh, I want to ask Malcolm and I want to ask you two a question because I think I talked to Aeon about this a little bit before. But I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but in April of this year will be the 19th anniversary of Toaru. But each year is an anniversary, whatever. Do you think anything's gonna be announced or anything for this year when the 19th anniversary comes around?
Wait till next year.
I know 20th is next year. I know, but like for this year.
Potentially possible, just because we've had such a long drought that I don't think we've ever had a drought this long of just index content in general. The mangas have been releasing fairly slowly. Kamachi's it's been it'll be like 6 months since his last book by the time they release the next one. I doubt he took all that time into planning the item spinoff. So maybe they're planning something major for the 19th anniversary, but I would be like, maybe they have like an anime announcement or something that they're preparing for. It would be weird for them to prepare so heavily for the 19th when the 20th is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right. And like I understand that, but I was just kind of curious because like maybe it's like a pre-announcement. I don't know if that's even what it's called, but like hype up, build up, I guess. Like a little
Yeah.
snippet here.
Maybe. We'd really just have to see. Right now, all we're working with is Item got a spinoff, or is getting a spinoff. So
Yeah. It's an actual light novel, right? It's not like the manga. It's like an actual
yeah,
light novel.
proper light
Yeah. Okay.
novel.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Which
what I thought.
that's has Komachi done like a spin-off light novel that's like its own thing?
Not really, unless you count like the railgun ones. Or
Yeah, I wouldn't count that since I always sort of see that as more of a limb of the railgun manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the first time he's done anything like this in particular. So it could be something.
Yeah. I have high expectations.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm gonna flip shit if I get nothing for the 20th anniversary. The 19th is I'll let it slide, but the 20th I'm gonna cause a riot. If,
They'll
like, we
definitely
don't
do
get
something.
anything.
They'll definitely do something. It just depends what that something is. I mean, it did plenty of things for the 15th of Railgun, so 20th of Index, not only 20th of Index specifically, it's the 20th of the entire franchise, so...
It'll just be an if event.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like homies are here, like they're really gonna be like, you know what? We'll give you Platinum Wings Accelerator on Imaginary Fest. You've waited 20 years for this. This is where you'll get your Platinum Wings Accelerator. Not in the anime. Oh wait, yeah, right. Spoilers.
I experienced the series not through the manga or light novels or anime. I only play Imaginary Fest.
Man, I would be so sad, dude. That
I wonder if someone like that exists in Japan. They just download it because they're addicted to
I believe
gacha.
it. No, I know that that's true because that's what people do with Fire Emblem. Like they never play the Fire Emblem games, but they play Fire Emblem Heroes, and then they know everything about it and every character because of that gacha game.
Very
Huh.
true.
That has to be true.
Well. Yeah. This would be really cool. Like, even if like I'm still hoping Imaginary Fest, goes global, but that's not gonna happen.
At this point, I'd be shocked. There's too much of a content gap.
Yeah. There is one guy, one saint on YouTube that that subtitles some of the scenes from If.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. I think you can commission them to do specific scenes.
Oh. Nice.
But yeah, no, I was just curious if what you thought. I mean, 19th anniversary is coming up kind of soon, 3 months from now. So, or 4.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
count.
tricky. I want to believe they would, but at the same time, would they really want to blow their load on the 19th when they have the 20th right there?
Right.
Yeah, unless they're saying, okay, something will come out for next year. If they prepare something now and then they say, oh yeah, something will come out for the year after.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can see happening.
Yeah, because they just aside from the Item light novel or spinoff, I mean, they did just announce Volume 2 for Mental Out, I think, right? Or like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's about to come out at the end of the month. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't know about you guys, but that last chapter of Mental Out, yo, that was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. It was so good.
Did you see my video about it?
If you read it.
No, I don't watch.
Yeah, dude.
What was that, Mal?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No,
How dare you? Get off this podcast right now. How dare you not watch every single one of my videos, you scrub? Watch it now.
I'm so sorry.
It's just I read it. I read it and I was like, man, it's just it's so good. You see your boy Toma there, and it's just he's there. I don't know. I love it. But I'm excited for Mental Out. But man, another year. I'm already kind of wishing it was 2024 already, but just for that 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I know. It's like I think something major will happen because it's such a huge milestone. I mean, if you look at what happened for the 10th anniversary, we got like Index PV, didn't we? Where it was like showed off time.
Yeah.
And what else did we get? Did we get the Index movie as well?
No, that came out in 2013, right?
Was it the year before? I thought Railgun S was 2013.
I feel like it was mostly like, but they announced Blood Sign.
Okay.
Was like
the Index.
Yeah,
The Index movie came out in 2013. Yeah.
I remember a lot of it was more so
okay.
celebrating like Kamachi's 10th year of writing, more so than just Index.
Oh. It made $4.7 million at the U.S. box office. Damn. Yo, was this in theaters?
It was
Apparently
in theaters,
so.
yeah. I was gonna go see it, but I was on family vacation at the time.
What
so
the hell was I
able to.
doing at that time? Oh, I was probably the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional, being a nerd. That's probably what I was doing.
But shit, if there's
What am
another
I
Index
doing with my
movie,
life?
I want to go to the premiere or whatever's happening. I want to go see it.
Yeah.
I want
Sure,
front row
they
seats.
do a voice role.
How many people do
Yeah.
you think would show up at a midnight premiere for an Index movie in theaters?
Nerds.
I think like all 7 of us would be there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Index fans.
Although
I would be there, dude.
if it doesn't get a UK release in theaters or cinemas, I should say, then I'll fly over. I'll come to the US, baby. Worth it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Let's go.
Toaru Podcast live reaction.
Toaru Podcast
to the-
vlog.
Yes.
Or not Toaru Aeon of Horus vlog. Don't think it has to be podcast related.
You know, I'm just kind of thinking, like, they really only had one movie. Like, I kind of expected for a series like Toaru to have, like, maybe 2, 3, or 4 movies.
My dream is that they'll adapt the 3 Othinus arc books into a trilogy of movies.
That's
Bro,
really
you
what
are
I would want as well.
preaching. Oh my god. But, you know, if that's not the 20th anniversary special or announcement or whatever it is, man, I think
Bruh.
that's at that point I just give up on life.
If I can go to the cinema and see like New Testament 9 and New Testament 10 with like movie tier animation, like because the Index movie had great animation. If it's like that level but better, like I'm just gonna cream my pants in the cinema. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna be like I'm just be fanboying. It's gonna be like watching Dark Side of Dimensions, like the Yu-Gi-Oh movie in the cinema. It's gonna be like that, but
I love that movie.
it's gonna be like that,
That was a
but
good
not laughing ironically at it because that movie was hilarious. That's like one of the most funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. Kaiba builds like a time machine at the end of the movie and to go back and duel the pharaoh. It's like,
Travel
what
back.
the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
I
It's
didn't
so
think
funny.
of it as a time machine. I sort of assumed he did like a machine that let him travel to the afterlife. That's how I interpreted that.
Whatever. It was so far fetched. It was hilarious, and the fact that like
Yeah.
Atem just comes out of heaven nowhere. He's just like the ultimate Deus Ex Machina just to take down Yami Bakura. It's like, what the fuck is going on? He just goes
Yeah,
right.
Kaiba.
It's like,
Can you imagine Kaiba killing himself so he can duel Yami?
oh my god, it was so funny. Some of the quotes from it are brilliant,
I
like
just-
Kaiba's quotes. Oh my days.
Dude, Kaiba, aside from Kaiba being an absolute badass, man, that dude, I still can't believe that man built a time machine to travel. I just, bro, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that man. He's got like a boner for trying to just duel Yugi, bro. I don't know what else to say, man. This dude's just got, I don't know, man.
There's petty, and then there's that. That is like next levels of petty.
And then there's
He-
that.
It's like reverse Flash
Yeah.
levels of petty.
It is, dude. Like seriously, bro.
He doesn't even like own the Duel Monsters card game, but he's such a big fanboy that he decides to build a theme park and holograms and everything. Like, not even the creator was that into it.
And his own Blue Eyes White Dragon jet, of course.
Of course.
Bro, did you ever watch like the Pyramid of Light movie in theaters? And then like when Kaiba first got into that jet, it had like that rock song playing in the background when he was flying to Pegasus.
Yeah, that sounds fire.
Dude, I was jamming out to that song so. Oh man,
I still
Dude.
have the card that you got. Blue Eyes. What was that?
the Blue Eye Shining Dragon.
Blue Eye Shining Dragon. Yeah, I still have that card.
Oh,
I didn't see
man.
that one in
was-
cinema,
Dude,
unfortunately.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I saw Dark Side though.
Please don't say. Oh my god, dude! You just remind me of DC and how James Gunn's a little bitch for messing everything up and firing Henry Cavill.
Was it
Dark
his
Side.
fault directly, or was it the production?
I'm pretty sure it was Warner Brothers' decision to fire Henry Cavill. I'm pretty sure it was because
Yeah.
James Gunn and the other dude are like the two like head people or one of the head people at Warner Brothers right now, and I think it's their decision that caused Henry Cavill to leave, which
Yeah.
is really dumb because they say they want a younger version of Superman, but
Yeah.
like they want to keep Robert Pattinson, who's 3 years younger than Henry Cavill, and they want to keep Ezra Miller, who's done literal crimes, but he's still gonna be the Flash over Grant
They were
Gustin.
replacing because, from my understanding, they're just straight up redoing the DC universe with like new everybody.
And that's the thing. They don't need to redo it. Like I understand getting rid of the Flash. You can literally have like Flash mess up a timeline, go back in Flashpoint, and he becomes Wally West, or not Barry Allen, or whatever the Flash Ezra Miller is. He can be the other one. And like Ben Affleck, I don't know about you guys, but I really like Ben Affleck as Batman.
I don't think it was a good move doing the older Batman route for a cinematic universe. I think that was a bad move. I think I like Ben Affleck as Batman, but I don't think it was a good cinematic universe choice.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could rant on forever about how stupid James Gunn is and what a piece of shit he is, but you know, we ain't here for that. It's just annoying. I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan, so it just annoys me that they fired him.
Yeah, it was. In one regard, I can like understand why they did it because the DC cinematic universe has just been a total mess since launch. You have like a couple good movies and a whole bunch of bad movies, and like it's been getting even more complicated for like people who aren't like you have a Joker movie and a Batman movie that just aren't related to the DC cinematic universe, but they're still like releasing at the same time, and it's like what's even happening if you're like a normal person?
Yeah, I mean everything can still be fixed if they did a Crisis on Infinite Earths, which would fix everything because they explored the multiverse in that. I'm pretty sure they do. Because did you ever watch like The Flash? Like the TV show, the Netflix show, The Flash.
I did, but I didn't think it was very good.
Yeah, and like I mean, yeah, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that in one of the scenes, if you don't mind spoilers, which is not really a spoiler at this point because it's been like 2 years. But what happened was that the Ezra Miller Flash from the DC universe
I saw
actually
that.
met
Yeah.
with the Barry Allen on the TV screen. So you know it's technically possible, but you know it's a lot of what ifs and probably never gonna happen.
Yeah. In general, I think it's a bad move, like getting rid of all this star power they have. But at the same time, I can sort of understand, like, if I were suddenly put in charge of like the DC cinematic universe, I'd sort of want to work with a blank slate rather than trying to make do with what Zack Snyder sort of set up. Zack Snyder, I think it was really bad choice letting him have so much control at the beginning of everything. It was just really the first stumble was the last stumble for the DC cinematic universe.
And that's fair. I'm on the opposite end. I actually really like the Snyder films, but I don't mind them like restarting the whole entire thing, but I really wish they would finish the Justice League like saga. I really want to see Henry Cavill fight Darkseid. After that, please do whatever you want with DC, but we'll never get that. I just wanted I wanted that trilogy to end, to have like closure, like you know what I mean. But like we're not gonna get that, so it's kind of like the NT anime. We're never gonna get that, so we're never gonna have closure. We just kind of suck.
Yeah.
So there's no winning here.
How upset I am by it will depend on how good. I want to say if like they redo everything and it turns out really, really good, then I'll be sort of forgiving of it. But at the same time, I just don't want to watch any more cinematic universe movies of anything. I'm so tired of all these.
Yeah, that's what everything is
extended
now.
universes. It's just
But it's money.
They tried to do it with Ghostbusters.
They did it with
the Warner
Ghostbusters? Are you serious?
The film Ghostbusters. That was an attempt to establish a
No
Ghostbusters
way.
cinematic universe. Yeah.
That is so funny. No wonder
What is something strange
Garbage
in a
movie.
neighborhood? Who is it? Corporations.
But yeah, so they tried to do it with that. They tried to do it with the Warner movie or monster movies. So like the Mummy movie that came out not long ago with Brad Pitt or whoever.
Oh no,
Like,
you
that was
think with
the Dark Universe.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
That's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to do that and create like the Dark Universe, which that also bombed. They tried to do it with Power Rangers. That last Power Rangers movie was an attempt to do a Power Rangers cinematic universe. Dude, everything is like an attempt to do a cinematic universe, and I'm just so done with it. I don't like the Marvel movies. I love DC more than Marvel, but the movies have just drained me. And like, if they're just gonna redo it just for me to like suffer again and have to go through this whole, I gotta go and watch a movie I don't care about to understand the storyline. Like, I can't anymore. I'm so like done with that stuff.
No, I feel
When it happened like last time, and I watched a replay and it seemed all right, like for the previous one on Streamlabs, so should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Index is basically like its own cinematic universe, but you know, not fully cinematic. But
it would be better if they didn't cut out so much goddamn material, but you know, can't win them all.
If they could just consistently release animated versions of everything, it would be a lot better. Because like Kamachi's probably like one of 2 authors in the world that could actually keep up with a anime without having to do like
Filler
arcs, with the exception of Railgun, because I don't know why, because they just had to do 24 episode seasons back then.
I just never understood why couldn't Index 3 just have more than 26 episodes? Like honestly, it should have been like what, 35, 40? I mean, I know it's a lot more money, but like
Index 3 definitely needed at least 36 episodes.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
you need a minimum of 4 to 5 episodes per book, and we were getting 2 to 3.
Yeah, and like I'm really glad that the manga for Index is being done, because like I'm reading it. Like I mean, like also I'm the OT novels as well, but like actually seeing the pictures of it, like it's completely different from like the anime. I don't know if you read the Index manga, but I'm sure it's just the exact same as the novels. Completely different, way better. Oh boy.
Yeah, the manga's not early on, but as it went on, the Index mangas got really, really good.
Yep. I got to see more Bayloop. She ain't talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Bayloop.
This guy, dude. No, I know someone who likes Lesser. But...
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
The degenerates,
Won't say
of
names.
course.
Yeah, but they know who they are. They know who they are.
What are you saying about the most complex character in the series?
Aeon, as a Brit, what are your thoughts on New Light's motivation? Do you think it's a realistic motivation for some British, like New Light and
What do you mean? Just like giving the fucking katana to Carissa? Because they're paid to?
Like, do you believe like their desire to like recreate Britain to its former glory?
Would you support a coup d'état that would bring England to the stage of world powers?
Would you go up to King
I mean, if I was playing Age of Empires, then maybe. But for real life, I think those days are over. Nah.
But could you imagine, like,
world
British
domination
people,
and
like,
all
a group
that, I think that's a thing of the
people-
past. I think that should be relegated for like Star Wars and shit.
Mhm.
But hey, if the world gets invaded by, I don't know, Russia or China or something like that, then we might need to be stronger to combat that. So who knows?
It's nice knowing you.
Well, you know what? As an American, I would be Carissa's strongest soldier if she called upon me. I'd fight.
Really?
I'd fight for your country. Yeah, I'd fight for your country.
Just because you simp for Carissa.
She's cool. Why wouldn't you?
Look, as a
her motives were a bit
Name
sketchy at
cooler
first, but
world
yeah.
Power.
look, Emerald. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Yes.
Carissa, she's cool, but
Yeah.
every time I look at her, so you know me, I'm a huge Fate fanatic. I love the Fate
I know what you're gonna
series.
say. I already know what you're gonna say.
I know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
Dude, she looks just like
Yes, she
Mordred, dude.
I
She's
know.
like an exact replica. Like, okay,
when
not
was
exact.
Mordred when was Mordred introduced into Fate?
Oh god, here we go. Down the rabbit
I'm
hole.
pretty sure. I don't even know, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably during the Fate, probably 2006.
Okay, let's look at when
in the studio,
Carrie's
in the
New
studio-
Testament.
Googling
No,
it.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure
You
when
gotta figure out who
Studio
copied
Dean,
who.
because I don't know, I never watched the original Studio Dean Fate series because god damn, it's Studio Dean, but like I'm pretty sure there might have been a flashback with Mordred. It had to been 2006. 'Cause that's when Saber or Artoria was in it, so that's what I'm guessing.
First
Index
role was in
Volume
Fate Apocrypha.
17 came out in 2009, I think.
Let's see.
When did Fate Apocrypha come out? Because that looks like their first.
Well, no.
appearance.
So Apocrypha. She was in Apocrypha as like one of the main Saber servants for the Red
Uh-huh.
faction, but like she was a part. She's a part of the Arthurian lore, which goes back to the King Arthur era. But like that deals with Saber back in the 2006 version of Fate Stay Night. You know, the
But
Studio
was-
Dean version.
Their design revealed by then.
Oh, that's a good question.
'Cause I think
actually.
that's where it matters. Because I think Fate
Oh, yeah, you're
Apocrypha was their first
right.
appearance, and that was
I don't.
2014. Or no, that's 2012 was when the first volume. So yeah, Fate ripped off Index.
He said-
Wow. Wow.
I knew it.
We
Sex
all knew it
magic.
deep down.
Komachi planned sex magic from the beginning. It's just that Fate was there first.
I'm gonna find this, dude. I'm looking for this, dude. I'm gonna find
Is there
this. Hold on.
Is there gonna be some really obscure like flashback scene that happens for like 12 seconds that Kamachi just somehow saw and ripped off the design, or Hymera ripped off the design? I love the comment Fate rips off of itself.
Bro, it.
Fate
I
has
like
three
I like
character
that Rin
designs.
Tosaka character. Let's make her again.
Yeah, the pseudo servants are definitely something. You know, they're
Okay,
something.
Mordred first made an appearance in Type Moon's character material book with Takeshi
great
Takashi
artist.
Takayuki, responsible for the character design. So when did that book come out? We will see once this laggy ass computer loads. Which will be never, because it's taking fucking forever. So I'd rather someone else search for it.
Yeah.
The link in the thing, bro. I'm gonna find this.
When did that character fucking booklet come out? I clicked on the link and it's not even loading. Like, this is how bad it is. Jeez. Oh, here we go. It's loading now. Oh, 2006. Yep.
What?
But
Well,
was
there
she?
you
What's wrong now?
Wait,
Yeah, Hymera.
wait, I gotta
he
see
just
it
read
though.
that
I gotta
booklet.
see it because they don't have a picture of it on Mordred's.
Oh, what?
Page.
Hold on.
Was she referenced or was she shown?
Oh my god.
Well, it said character
guys.
design,
This is
didn't
what's
it?
important.
So, there you go.
It does have a design in it.
Is it even the same design?
Here we
I
go.
mean, I would guarantee
The
you
rabbit
it's the
hole.
same
I knew I
design.
should have gone down the rabbit hole.
They also
This
have
was
the
a
design
mistake.
for when Arthur was a boy, before they decided to gender bend her, him, it.
Yeah, welcome to Fate, bro. Man.
Okay,
I
that's
made fun
enough
of the
fate.
redesigns, but
Yeah, whatever makes me right is the correct answer. Let's just end it there.
Who cares if Index copied Fate? We all know Index is better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
Index
to
makes
think
more
about that
sense.
for a second.
Fate's just a
'Cause I
porn
love
game.
I love both series so much. That's why. It is a phone game, though. They make a lot of money off that phone game. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
Aren't they about to finish the storyline for the phone game?
No.
I love
mean,
it
like, the
how
storyline
no one like kills Subaru, not Subaru. Fuck's sake, Shiro.
Yes.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, man. I can talk shit about Ray Zero all
All right,
day.
let me talk shit about Fate
Please
for a
do.
second. All right, no one like it's meant to be like a tournament where you're meant to kill each other, and yet Shiro, no one bothers to kill him when he doesn't even know like magic or anything. They just retreat. They're just like, oh nah, fuck it. Let's not kill this guy who's vulnerable, who's helpless. Yeah, run away.
Yo, man, Plot's got a plot for him to become Arch, man. I'm just saying, dude. He's got that plot manipulation.
I
Trust,
know
I know
the
I'm talking
Fate
about.
visual novel reader in the chat will be like, "What are you talking about?" And they'll go off on one, but nah. At least Toma has a reason not to be killed by half his enemies because they actually need him for something. They need
That's
his
true. That is
right
very
hand.
true.
They need the fap arm.
I'm not lying, bro. I think Shiro Emiya is such a stupid character, dude. I do not like him.
agree.
I do
Okay,
not like him.
I won't get rinsed in the chat for that, but you might get rinsed in the chat for that. Oh my
I
god!
don't care, dude. What people
say that on
die when they
Twitter.
were killed? Yeah, man.
Bro,
All right, bro.
Don't say that on
What
Twitter.
makes Shiro
They'll come after
cool?
you.
Why do people like Shiro?
they
Because
can
I guess because he has another version of himself.
project
He was like,
themselves onto him. And
I
pretend
didn't
like
save
they're cool.
people, so now I must. So now I've been an alternate version of me has been summoned. What are the chances of that happening? Because servants can come from the past or the future, apparently, and it just so happens that you get to summon an alternate version of someone who's actually in the fucking death game.
Yeah, right.
What are the
A battle
odds?
for the Holy Grail. I know. What are the? Well, actually, it was explained that in the anime and well, I guess the visual novel too, that Archer Emio did in fact want he did something to make it so that he got back to that specific era where Emio was at. There was actually something he did
Right,
to get to
okay.
that era.
A very
Oh.
specific something that will never be explained.
Look, man, it's been a minute. Hop my-
It's okay.
It's been
I-
a while.
I like Fate. All right, Fate's cool. Shiro though, he's not cool.
No, I agree. I love Fate. I'm a huge Fate fanatic, but I agree. I think Shiro's an annoying piece of shit. I don't like him.
People
Do
say
not like
like
him.
because he's I guess because he's like the archetypal hero, and I guess he's a similar character to Toma in the way that he wants to save everyone, but there's slight differences.
Yeah,
While
it was really like, dude, it's so funny you mentioned that because like I saw somewhere on Twitter that says like, yo, find me a better character, a better main male character than Shiro Emiya, and I literally commented, "Have you met Toma Kamigo?" Guess
Yeah.
he hasn't because he's never heard of him.
because I think as I asked this question on Twitter, like, what's the main difference between Toma and Shiro? Because they both want to save as many people as possible, but I guess they do it for different reasons. Like Shiro's doing it because he wants to be glorified, I guess, or thinks of
He wants
himself
to
as
be
this.
Man,
Yeah, hero.
the
He
Hungry
wants to
Hungry
be,
Caterpillar is a better protagonist than Shiro.
hungry caterpillar.
But Toma's doing it because he literally thinks this is the. So I think Shiro thinks this is like, yeah, he wants to be something more. He wants to be this great thing, while Toma just thinks this is. He's just doing it because he doesn't. He's lost his his past self and thinks this is the way to do things. This is how I can be the best person I can be, and just wants to live a normal life. Like, yeah. While Shiro gets involved in all the magic society and shit willingly. Because I don't think Shiro wants to be a normal person. I think he wants to be crazy ass magus or whatever you call him.
It all stems from the
Magus,
fact
yeah.
that he's the protagonist of a porn game.
It is true. People do forget that that's what Fate originally was. That is what it originally was.
Yeah, I'm probably not explaining
man.
it that well, but that's from my perspective.
It's okay. It's not important. This is Toaru anyways. We should be talking about. Not a big deal. But anyways, like I was saying before, Carissa definitely just looks like Mordred is what I was trying to say. That's all, man. But she's a cool character though. Don't get me wrong, she's a cool character. I do like her.
So will you I don't know, are you fighting for England then?
Yeah, Aeon, are you?
Yeah.
Well,
I will help
if
her.
England's ever invaded, you bet I'm on the front line.
Well, what about your channel? It'll die. Like you.
Ah, well,
You
we'd
get
be dead
shot by
anyway.
the
Like, imagine if the Germans come back or whatever, or the Russians. Like, you never know.
The Germans are just using the Russians as cover for their third attempt.
Yeah, you never know these Germans. Yeah, no, I'm kidding, but well, no, like I think there's like less people like in England who would actually fight for the country than when World War II happened or whatever. I mean, I can understand it because I feel like society now has become like so comfortable in the modern era where we have little hardship compared to 80 years ago when people were a lot poorer and didn't have access to proper things. That they're less willing to think of themselves in that environment to go to war or whatever. And then it was basically the standard, even if there wasn't like conscription or anything, even if it wasn't mandatory. Because we never really had conscription in the country apart from in 1916 in the First World War. That's when we introduced it. But for the first 2 years of the war, we didn't have it. It was all volunteers. It was the British Expeditionary Force with 100,000 volunteers in 1914, and one of the most well-trained armies in Europe at that time, even though we were one of the smallest as well, because we prioritized our naval power above all else. And I will stop talking about history because I am a nerd.
Are you telling
Yeah.
me Gen Z TikTok stars don't want to join the military?
When the
Yeah,
war
that's my
lasts
point.
more
Yeah,
than
it's
12
that point.
seconds.
It's like people are so comfortable now with the TikToks and all the shit and the home comforts that they can't. Well, it depends where you live, obviously. Like in Ukraine, it's a lot different, but in like the West, outside Eastern Europe and the more developed countries and all that, it's a different scenario. But I feel like it's when your homeland is being invaded by this foreign force that wants to turn your country into a totalitarian regime and nation state and a puppet state. It's like, are you just going to sit back or are you just going to run away? I mean, I imagine a lot of people would try, leave the country in that, but
I think it really depends on like patriotism is a concept that I think is sort of like how motivated are people for like, or how devoted are people to their country?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna be really sad if Canada turned into like a United States colony? Would the Canadians care to the point of fighting back, or would they just be like, "Ah, well, that was unfortunate"?
Yeah, it's a tough question because you obviously can't make the decision unless you're in that actual environment and situation. But obviously, the easy option is to, hey, I'm going to go on a boat or a plane and go to Australia or some neutral country where it's peaceful and safe.
I feel like that'd be a lot more common in Europe, though, where like Europe, like the European Union in and of itself is almost like a country in a way.
I mean, they have their own army.
It feels
I
like
guess.
Yeah.
Or
So
wanted
it feels
it.
like you could more easily be like, rather than identifying as German, you would identify as European, and you wouldn't have any problem moving to a different part of the country if it meant, this place isn't that great. I'll move to Spain. Is Spain part of the EU? I would assume.
Yeah,
I think
believe
so. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends, like, what foreign force is actually invading you, because could I imagine, like, a swastika flag on, like, the top of Big Ben or Parliament? Hell no! That if that happened in my era, like, obviously knowing what the Nazis did and everything, like, no way are they doing that to my country. Like, hell no. Hell no. So in that aspect, I guess I am patriotic, but if it's like, I don't know, France or something invading, at least I know the people will be okay. if they take over to some extent. Although I guess it obviously depends on who's in charge and everything, but yeah. But you get my point, I hope.
Yeah. That you would be fighting by Carissa's side.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
No. All right, Carissa was
She's bringing
paranoid.
back the true United Kingdom. She's reuniting the kingdom in her own image of a cute girl that I would like to marry.
Nah. She made the bad decision.
It's a
Like,
psyop.
allying with Academy City was the best thing they could do. It was mutually beneficial for both parties, like for both England and Academy City.
I just like that she tried to set up France as the fall guy. That was very based.
So that was.
Yeah, I mean,
actually
it's
just why I like her. That's really it.
it's funny because, yeah, England and France have always had this, like, rivalry because of the
Rivalry.
history and the wars and stuff, because we were so close and all that. But in, like, the 20th century, we were mainly allies. But nowadays, we just argue over fishing. Like, it's like waters, and that's pretty much it. It's like so lame compared to how it used to be.
I miss the days when we went to murder each other.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly.
Cooler. We had armor.
Crusades and stuff. Yeah.
For the glory of the king.
But yeah. Like 100 Years' War and all that.
Classic.
Battle of Agincourt.
How many years did that last exactly?
I don't think it was 100 years exactly.
I don't think it was even close to 100 years.
No, I don't know why they called it that. I'm not a medievalist, so I'm not an expert on that by any stretch. But
Fake
yeah,
historian.
historians specialize in particular periods. I mean, there are people who study every period, and it's like, well, why don't you specialize in one thing or two things, whatever. But for me, it's First World War is my thing. So there you go.
100 Years War lasted 116 years, 4 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days.
There you go.
100-year fishing war. Says one person in chat. I think that's on the horizon.
That'd be epic story to tell to your grandkids.
Yeah. Well, your grandkids are gonna fight in that war.
Summon the legendary fisherman, and you
It's
automatically win.
100 years. If it's 100 years,
Somebody
your
say the
grandkids are gonna
legendary
fight.
fisherman?
Yeah, you just summon that and win. Send France to the Shadow Realm. No chance. Othinus, can I ask a favor, please?
Of course. How can I help?
Do we have a grandma update?
Okay, so I don't want to go too much into it, but
She doesn't want to speak to you anymore.
Oh no!
no. So without getting too much into it, she actually had to go to the hospital this past week, so she actually wasn't able to do anything. So there's no update for that, to be honest. I haven't talked to her about it. She's been recovering. She's out of the hospital now, but everything's good now.
Oh, that's a relief.
But-
Index hurt her that bad.
This guy, man. No, but no, the she's doing fine. I haven't asked her about it since. So next time I see her, I will ask her about it. But as of right now, I hate to say this, man, but there's no update. As of right
It's
now,
okay.
Well, at
Yeah.
least she's okay.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Wishing her good health, of course.
I'll tell. Oh, actually, my grandma does know about you three actually, because I did tell her I do podcasts with you three, and she knows about you guys, like by name. So I'll tell them. I'll
By
tell
name?
her that
Oh,
you said,
hell yeah.
yeah, that you wished her for good health.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When she catches up with the books, we'll have her on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, she would literally say, "Michael, what are we doing?" There's gonna be something like that. That's my first. That's my best.
OT1 review.
OT1 review. But she did read like the first couple chapters of the original. I know she did. She told me before she went in.
Oh, good.
She really found it. She really found it interesting how she only got as far as when Index explained to Toma that his right hand negates or cancels all supernatural phenomenon. That's as far as she got, and she said it was very interesting and she wanted to read more.
Hey.
Good.
I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than
She
nothing.
made it
so.
through the habit explosion. That's good.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
actually the thing she didn't even talk to me about. She just said, "Yeah, his right arm is very interesting," and I'm like, so you skipped some other parts that you didn't tell me. Very nice, very nice, very nice.
I didn't mention the
But-
lolly ass in the illustrations.
No, that nothing like that was brought up. I'm not going to bring that up with her.
Surely you removed the illustrations before sending her. Just a text
Yeah,
copy of
that's
it.
what I
That's what you-
definitely did.
Just edit.
Totally.
Just keep edit index
Just
without
remove
any fan
that
service.
line.
Index the clean version.
The clean version. But
Just say she was
Yeah.
wearing a gown underneath her habit.
I-
Good.
but no, I'll give you an update next time. I'll give y'all an update next time because I'm curious myself to see what she thinks about the series once she gets farther along into it.
Sweet.
Sick.
Maybe
It's
one
really
day my family
influenced
will read
my
it.
own writing, son. I've written my own version of Index.
Bro, I told
Does
her
it have
man, like, when
lizards
she
in
was
it?
reading no, but she's I told her I'd like so when she was reading the light novels, I told her like, yo, for your own stories, try to do something like Kamichi does. Incorporate real life physics and religion and mythology into your story. But make it like good though. You can't just
Wait.
throw it in and expect it to be good. You gotta like word it properly and all that stuff.
You mean like how Fate does it? Oh.
Oh, wait, does your grandmother write?
Yeah, she's an author. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She's writing two stories right now, and I think she published two. I think I have to double check on that, but she has published at
Ooh.
least one.
Oh, dang. Like, what kind of stories are they?
She really likes like these like detective mystery type things, solving cases.
Mm.
Like right now, if I remember correctly, she's writing a story about like it's another detective story about figuring out how someone died, but this time it's like in space and they're like traveling from like planets or
Wait,
going
she's
through,
writing
like...
sci-fi?
Yeah, she's writing sci-fi. Yeah.
Bruh.
So
Maybe she can't do Index.
and like I told her like,
Yeah.
she should incorporate like powers, like Esper powers that are scientifically made, and she was like, So I mean, there's always a chance.
I mean,
Always a chance.
if you look at Index, the amount of ideas Kamachi has, you have to applaud it. Even if you're not a fan of the entire work, like even as a writer, you can look at it and just see, like from each volume, is just a crazy amount of ideas, and you can
Especially
take
in the
inspiration
short
from a lot
amount
of them. Yeah. So I do feel like on that end,
for
there is a
sure.
lot of value in Index for writers to look at.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know he basically just has like a big Word document with like every idea he comes up with, and I think he just grabs from that when he writes. I think I remember
And the
hearing
be-
that in an interview.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. And the best idea
I
is
know-
putting everyone in swimsuits during winter, because why not?
Yes.
I'm making a heat wave
know,
specifically for it.
A lot of the ideas that he doesn't incorporate into Index, he just reuses. Like the entire, like a lot of Heavy Object was just ideas he had for Index he didn't incorporate, so he just put them in Heavy Object. So what even the ideas he doesn't use get incorporated somewhere.
Could you imagine Termaverse as an object?
I'm pretty sure that happened in the crossover book.
Oh, really? How did that go down? Did they have to use dragons to take it out?
Special. I don't think they did like a straight up fight. It was just he's not gonna do anything against it.
What if he punches it really hard though? Like really hard.
Oh well, in that case, I could see him putting up a good fight. I mean, he could take Quinther hostage. Quinther, however you want to pronounce it, depending on if it's the book or the anime. But he could take Quinther hostage and be like, "Get out of the robot, or else I kill your boyfriend." And then
get out of the robot. Is there not an Evangelion reference in Heavy Object?
Heavy Object is sort of like Kamachi making fun of. Like, there's a joke of him making fun of mecha anime, and that like they scientifically could not exist because their like structures would not be able to stand in real life.
That is a good point.
They would crush in onto themselves. So that's why he designed the objects the way they are, as more like round tanks.
Giga Brain Kamachi as usual. Well, the best part, or at least from what I saw on Twitter, was when like he referenced like the Kadokawa building getting like destroyed or something.
Yeah.
Like, come on. That was like after Index 3 as well. It was like Kamachi was taking revenge on Kadokawa for Index 3.
Like Chris Chan levels of revenge.
I can't believe he got away with that. Like, because he literally, Kadokawa publishes Index. Like, Kadokawa owns Dengeki Bunko, and yet he literally...
They own Yin Press as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
Damn. Kadokawa making moves. But yeah, like, I don't know if it was because of Index 3, but it's just funny to say because of Index 3 that happened. I don't think there was any malicious intent from Kamachi, though. I think he was just being funny.
Nah, it was purely malicious.
Yeah. Heavy Object ended, right? Was
yes,
last year?
Unfortunately. Heavy Object was so good. I'm so sad.
Did it end well?
Yeah, it ended pretty well.
Okay, that's good. You know, I would
Surely
say,
that'll
yeah, I'm
be
going to
your
read
next
Heavy
series.
Object.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
it's like,
Yeah.
I'll read Heavy Object in 2028. How about that?
I guess that's close as as close as I'm gonna get to someone else reading it.
Just come back to me 5 years from now.
I'll say at least the anime is a good enough substitution for the first 3 books. I think the funny thing about Heavy Object versus Index is like it actually got all of the arcs paced properly, so the adaption's actually pretty accurate. And it only covered like 24 episodes. It was only like 3 books.
Wow. What's the least amount of books Index has done in anime? It was like 6 or 7.
Something like that, yeah.
Hate to see it.
Hmm.
That was the same studio, right? JC
Yeah,
Staff?
JC Staff.
Wow.
Which, funny enough, I think that's one of the complaints for Heavy Object. It was like slow and exposition heavy, which ironically would probably be because it followed the book so much to the point that it explained the exposition, which it would be really hard to do Heavy Object without exposition because it's explaining giant robots and how they work.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Quinter was at least good enough to get put in a Fighting Bunko game, unlike Toma.
I played that once.
Oh, wow. There were Toaru characters in it, right?
What was that?
There were Toaru characters in it, right, though?
Yeah, Makoto and Kuroko.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and you got Termite and Accelerator as assists, I think. But I only played it once. I found kind of Mizuka was kind of hard to use, so I actually main Kuroko in that game. Emerald, you'd be happy to know. Yeah, if I ever play it, I'll play Kuroko because I feel like she's easier to use and the projectiles are pretty good because she can just teleport needles across like the stage.
Just stream it, bruh.
I don't actually own the game. Like I played it. I think I played it at uni when I was in college, as you Americans call it. When I was in like the esports society because I'm one of the cool kids, and I'd go there to play Smash Bros. What's that?
Did you have a college team name?
Just usually it was just like the name of the unions and Smash because I was in the Smash side of it. I was in like the computer, like the what do you call it, Dota or CS:GO or whatever. I was in the Smash side, so we didn't really have a team name. But yeah, I went to one of the LAN parties, I think, and someone had like the Dengeki Bunker Fighting Climax game, like with a DLC, like the Ignition, I think it's called. And yeah, so they had Kuroko on there, and I was like, so I played both Mizuka and Kuroko just to see how they were. I think I played Quenfer as well, just to see who I liked more. And I think out of the three of them, I like. What's that?
I liked Quenfer. I like playing as him.
Yeah, I really can't remember. Well, I think I preferred Kuroko out of the three playstyles. But yeah, I had Accelerator Assist. Yeah. Yeah, I like the zoning tools as well. But I'm more of a Smash player than a traditional 2D fighter anyway. But
yeah, that's me, bro.
Yeah.
It's sort of funny how big college esports teams have gotten. Like, I know all the major schools here have esports teams that are just treated sort of like the other athlete teams.
Yeah, it's same for me. I remember in one of my classes we had like this marketer from I guess I'll say where I lived, the FedEx Forum or whatever. Met one of the marketers for there, and like she was talking about like college esports being like a thing that they were starting to do in like these big forums. It was really weird, but it was kind of cool to hear, I guess.
Here in Texas, we got an esports stadium built.
Really?
Yeah, it's not far from the Cowboys stadium.
Yeah, it makes me wish there was a new index like fighting game like Naruto Storm.
That'd be cool. But I don't really... Well, I mean, if you count Virtual On as a fighting game.
No, that's not a proper index fighting game. I'm talking about like a PSP, the one for PSP, but
it was on PSP.
Modernized. Though. Yeah, but you're fighting mechas. You're not directly fighting with the index characters. They're in the mechas.
Yeah, they're fighting, but they're also piloted by index characters, and they're talking, and Othinus is there. That makes it better.
Yeah, but imagine like, if I could make one, I'd make like either a definitive Storm style game where it's like all the characters from OT to GT, or just do like a proper like GT fighting game, like GT characters only. That'd be cool.
You'll just have to settle for Mugen.
I know. I need to try out the Lola on there because they added Lola to that game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to play as her, but I just have to download it, I guess, and listen to people and how to work it. Oh well. Shall we do a Q&A?
Yeah, let's go with me.
Okay, now is the part of the podcast where you can send your questions into us. You can ask a specific question to one of the members of the Toaru Podcast, or you can address all of us. We already had a question earlier. I don't know if we've gotten a question on Twitter or Discord, as we usually do from a specific individual who always does it. But we did have one from who did. We already had one who did a super chat earlier from Brumakian Productions. Question for the Q&A: when are you, Aeon, watching, reading, and reviewing fan fictions? Is there a demand for that? Like,
X has a pretty rich fan fiction community.
yeah, I get that, but listen, what's it going to be about? Is it just going to be like looking at the most cursed fan fictions and just like roasting them, how bad they are?
You could like do a video explaining Toaru fan works, sort of going into like a Toaru community video, exploring the community of the fandom.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's like I don't know where to start really.
Old fan fictions and looking at how like they theorized the future of Index would be, because I remember reading like fan fictions back in 2011 for Index, and like some of the stuff was pretty wild. Like some people thought Toma was a member of Skill Out before he lost his memory. Some would think he the shipping between Kakine and Uiharu was like off the walls.
Oh
like,
boy. Oh, there we go.
It's sort of funny to see some of the works before we learned Shokuho's relationship to Toma. Like she was just introduced, so everybody was like incorporating her into the stories, but no one actually knew anything about her. So like from that point, for like a small time frame, you just had the most off the wall uses of Shokuho.
So, Malcolm, is there like, is there like a, you say it's like kind of a big community, right? The fan fiction still, right?
Just to give you an idea, one of the longest fan fictions like ever written is an Index fan fiction.
Oh, okay.
It's like 4 million words right now.
Jeez, oh my lord.
Oh damn.
Or is it finished?
It's a certain unknown level 0 by Mr. Question Mark, and it's been being written on for years.
Oh wow. What's like, I guess, because I don't know anything about it, what are like the top like most spread Toaru fanfics like right now? The most successful ones.
Right, I can check real quick. I know I don't really like, I used to read on fanfiction.net. I know a lot of people moved to a new website called Archive of Our Own, or AO3. But I don't like that website, so I don't know what's really popular there. But let's see, there's currently on fanfiction.net, there's 1.7k index fanfictions.
Wow.
Not including crossovers. And can I filter these? Oh yeah, here's filters. There is. Oh, sort by, I guess, favorites. Yeah, certain unknown level 0 is the most popular. It's at 3.2 million words, not 4 million.
Oh,
my bad.
I mean, that's still pretty crazy.
Damn, son.
Is it any good?
They've been writing that one since 2013, and the last update was on December 24th of 2022.
Ooh.
A 10-year anniversary of a
Yeah,
certain
it is approaching its 10-year
unknown
anniversary.
level 0.
That's insane.
Is it good? Have you read it?
I've read some of it. It started like whenever I started reading, or like around the times I was reading fan fiction, but I don't really read it much anymore. So it outlived me in the fan fiction sphere. But I mean, it's the most popular fiction for Toaru fan fiction. It's got 4,000 reviews, more than 2,000 follows and favorites. The next one is A Certain Strange Addition, and it looks like this one, Toma joins Judgment after the Graviton bombings. It's an alternate universe. That one was started in 2017 and is still ongoing. A lot of them are like very Toma centric. Like all of them.
I remember I was writing a Fiamma fan fiction of his backstory.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had a great plan for it, but I just became consumed to YouTube, so I stopped doing it.
I've written some troll fan fictions, as in I've only written troll fan fictions.
Let's see.
Which one I did
lizards?
post on fanfiction.net. Nah, none regarding lizards, unfortunately.
Lizard Heroics, the greatest fanfiction of all time.
No, I made like a fake self-insert and wrote it as though it was like a young child writing himself into the series, and he like killed off Toma just so he could be the protagonist, and all the girls are like in his harem. And he got so many angry replies. It was called I think I called it the new level 0 or the new level 5.
We need a video.
Yeah, it was
on
called
that.
The New Level 5, and just it was sort of like my hint that it was a troll fan fiction. The the portrait or the cover image for it was the movie poster for Index, but I photoshopped Toma's face out and replaced it with Dewey's face from Malcolm in the Middle. It's hard to see it, but that's it's small on the website.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
What-
But I like brought out my inner like Sonic fan fiction writer and made it like as poorly written looking as possible, but somewhat believable. So like all the reviews are like super mad at it. It's actually got 11 follows or like 11 favorites. It's got like 50 reviews that are all trashing it.
Mm.
Jeez.
But yeah,
It was great.
How long have you had the Malcolm in the Middle, like, alias?
A few years now.
Okay. So even back then, like, you were still like the Malcolm in the Middle guy.
Yeah.
is it better anime than Curry in the House?
Oh, the fan fiction? I would like.
No, I'm saying
fan,
is Malcolm in the Middle a better anime than Curry in the House?
Oh, Malcolm in the
Oh.
Middle is the greatest anime ever conceived.
But yeah, I remember when I was like getting well, I don't really read fanfictions now, but when I was reading Index fanfictions, it was like Accelerator X Musica Worse because I was like really into that shit for a while. But yeah, when I was like 18 or 17, I can't remember. Anyway,
I remember there was one
go on.
fan fiction, or like there was one guy on the fan fiction website. He kept writing diaper fetish for the Railgun girls.
What the hell?
Oh
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because it was a diaper fetish. It was
That's
so
worse.
like. I remember seeing it and just being like so confused as to what I was like looking at.
I don't know if that's worse than all the Index girls like Photoshop to be pregnant. Do you guys know that fan art?
Oh,
That was funny.
I saw that recently. That was just
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I don't want to see it. It's just cool. I don't even want to look at it.
Alright, I'll stop laughing. Okay, next. What do we have next? Bemiska asks, what if Frenda survived? I don't
Oh,
know.
she'd have more canned mackerel.
Oh,
this
Whose
series
harem
would
would she
be
join?
better. This series would
we
be
got a super
good.
chat as well, which will come in soon. But yeah, thanks for the super chat, man. What if Frenda play in the series? Oh, what would Frenda play? Okay, what role should she play? I think that's what he's trying to say. in a series if she survived Mugino's insanity. Yeah, I'll leave you guys.
Mugino probably wouldn't have gone through her character arc if Brenda didn't die.
Yeah. Probably would just still be an item.
Yeah, so I think item would just sort of be the same. It wouldn't have really like developed much if Brenda was still alive.
Honestly, I'm more curious about the relationship between Satan and Frenda.
That would be a lot happier.
Yeah, it would be a lot happier, but we'll never see that. So,
and then the Fremia story probably wouldn't have really taken off.
Then wouldn't that have affected?
So actually, then the Beetle storyline would have been less involved. Basically, if you remove or if Frenda lived, that would really change a whole lot more than you would think.
Then New Testament 12 wouldn't exist probably, at least not in the same way. Because that was Kano Shinka's whole thing about Frenda.
I guess if she survived and she was in Old Testament 19, would have tried to hunt her down, Lazara and Takisubo. I wonder if Frenda would have gone on a plane with them to Russia, or maybe she would have been with Kinohata taking on Stephanie.
Because I think Kinohata.
Yeah, because if Frenda was with Kinohata, I think that would have made the fight a lot easier for Kinohata. Because Frenda would be able to use her bombs and shit to stop Stephanie.
Yeah, and that's even just assuming Mugino would have had her meltdown, because if Frenda survives, I'm assuming she didn't quote unquote betray Item. I guess it depends on the circumstances by which she survived, because if she doesn't betray Item, then Item's looking a lot better throughout the Battle Royale arc. Which means that she probably wouldn't have pushed Taketsubo so hard, maybe? Which maybe wouldn't have caused Hamazura to go as far as he did, which then would result in nothing really happening.
Yeah. Okay, shall we go to the next question? Yeah. There is quite a few questions, which is nice to see. But we'll go after that point, because I think that's around the time when I asked, because we don't want to be here all day, so it'll be one question per person, unless it's super chat, just so we can get through them all without going all day. Okay, where are we? Ryan Rodriguez. I can pronounce things that are not English. Questions I know. This is against Alistair's character, but what if Alistair did decide to become a magic god? It'd probably be really if he was comfortable with it, I guess he would use that infinite lifespan to try and plan to overthrow them, and then perhaps try and nuke himself along with the rest of magic. Because if he was a true magic god, he could destroy the physical world instantly, but he would want the pure world intact. So that's kind of hard to not destroy the pure world with the rest of the phases if he did exist within it, like the true magic god squad. But I guess he would try to somehow outsmart them, nerf them perhaps. Maybe he could learn zombie spell himself and then nerf them that way. And then once he did that, he can find a way to destroy all phases and keep the pure world intact. At least that's my theory. Just to hear a pin drop from spitting facts.
I don't know.
Nothing to really add to that.
Oh, well, there you go. You asked the right person. Okay, Oxymoron asks, when will Aogami Pierce become relevant to the plot? I mean, he was in Genesis Testament a bit, I won't spoil, but he was there being himself. I'll just say that. Relevant to the plot.
He's always been relevant. He's always been Alistair's boss.
Yeah.
No. He'll be relevant again when he reveals himself to be Aihana Etsu. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Nothing's been confirmed. But
My
the
favorite part is
cosmic
whenever he soloed Alistair and Karanzan. That's my favorite canonical Algami Pierce moment. That did happen. Kamachi did write that.
Ah, yes. But yeah, well, if I should say if instead of until, if you know what happens, which is a big if. It'd be the most obvious plot twist in history. If it's that obvious, like, should it even be considered a plot twist? Like, that's debatable. Where are we? I keep scrolling away. Okay, next question. Green Gojira asks, is Himegami important after Old Testament? Not really. Should I move on?
Most important.
I mean, I have hope that one day, you know what? At the very end of Index, she's gonna do something.
She's gonna win the Toma Bowl and walk away with the man.
Yes. Her blood will be relevant somehow.
Osmosis 453 asks, would you like to see Esther Rosenthal appear or return to the franchise or series? Yeah, but will it? Nah, what happened to Esther? Is she just doing random stuff in?
She's vanished, bro. She's dipped. She's left.
Yeah.
She's gone. But I would love to see her come back and talk to Accelerator again. I would love that.
Same. She was probably my favorite part of the Accelerator anime.
Oh, definitely, man. I want her to go back and call Accelerator Master again. Or what did you say in Japanese? Shisho? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Whatever that was. I want to see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's like my favorite scene from the Accelerator anime is her just like walking circles around Accelerator, like asking to be his apprentice.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we'll do one question per person because that's fair. Because I don't want to be. And so Prince Manic asks, where would you guys recommend reading Railgun SS1? I mean, use Google. Like,
we don't want to give away anything specific in case of issues.
You should buy it. You should buy it. That's what you should really do. You should support Kamachi and buy it.
I mean,
learn
yeah,
Japanese,
and learn Japanese. Yeah.
They haven't Railgun SS1 in English yet, so. But yes, I think it's been removed off Bakazuki because I think the rights have been bought to it. I mean, at least they must be because it got removed. Unless they haven't, I don't know. But from my memory, I think they have. But yeah, it's like just find it on Google.
Novel Update. I think Novel Update. That's like a website that tracks a bunch of light novel translations.
Because the thing is,
like links to them. Oh.
The thing is, like, I get asked a lot, like, where do I read Index? I made the video. I want to do a redo of that video where it's like the Index read order and where you can read it. I want to do a redo of that maybe, but it's like, listen, Yen Press has bought the rights to Old Testament, so all those novels got removed of Bakazuki. New Testament has not been. The rights to that have not been bought in English, so that's why you can read it online in Bakazuki. But it just annoys me when people ask me, oh, where do I read it? It's like, you can buy it literally. I'm not going to tell you what website you can pirate it at. Like, if you want to pirate it, you do you. It's not hard to use a search engine, but obviously you want to support the series.
He actually said where, like, what order does he read it? Like, where? Oh,
you mean read order? Okay, my bad. Okay, read order. Yes, I made a video about that. Yeah, if you literally type in on YouTube Toaru read order, my video will be at the top. But I do want to do a redo of that video, like I said, probably when the item spin-off comes out in a couple months' time. Because obviously some new stuff has come out since that video. So I want to do a updated, modern 2023 version of it for that specific reason. So yeah, just type that video or find it on my channel, and you should find a read order for you. There we go. Cool. Okay, we got another question. Sir Kotok asks, what other Komachi novels beside Index, Heavy Objects, Blood Sign, etc. are the best? Which one to read first? I read a bit of Blood Sign. I probably I say a bit. I said like a volume and a bit of it, second volume as well. I like the premise of that. I think the concepts are intriguing. I read all of Zajiki Ruwashi, but I'm not a fan of that really. Apart from I enjoyed the first few volumes of it. There's a decent, but I don't know.
What was the ones they said other than? What other Komachi novels besides Heavy Object and Blood Sign? I light novels. It's like on the more higher end of quality for Komachi. It's pretty short. It wasn't a very long running one, unfortunately, though I think it deserved to be. But yeah, Apocalypse Witch is one of my favorite Komachi novels. He's got so many, and like some are like more experimental than others, so it's hard to. There's the I think it was called a simple. He has one called a simple series. I think that's what it was. Trying to find the simple. Maybe I'm high and it's not a thing.
Yeah, but Malcolm is the one to ask about the Komachi stuff because he's read a bunch of different other stuff.
Yeah, there's one called A Simple Survey, and it's got a sequel. Those were really good. There were some of his more... It's sort of like an experiment with short stories, but they all sort of accumulate into like this bigger plot. Yeah, there's just so many Komachi novels, but if off the top of my head, Apocalypse Witch, A Simple Survey, and A Simple Monitoring are both really good. And then Object and Blood Sign, I love both of those. Especially Heavy Object. I guess if you're willing to work through a bit of cringe, but some really interesting a simple series, if you're willing to read through a sort of cringy plot line, but like really interesting world building and stuff, there's the zombie little sister, vampire older sister story that he has. Just based off the title, you can imagine why it's sort of cringe, but it does really interesting stuff with monsters. That if you're into monsters, especially sort of niche monsters, there's some really interesting stuff there.
What Warner Bros. Should have done with their monster cinematic universe. Just have the
for real
older vampire zombie little sister. But sorry. Can I go back to the Railgun SS1 thing? Yeah. Sorry, I got confused by the question. I had a brain fart moment. So when you want to read it, it's probably after Old Testament 15 because it has some of those characters in that volume after. So recommend reading it after Old Testament 15 just to clarify that. But yeah, sorry about that. Okay, next question. Yeah, I think we missed one from N King. Do you think Komachi could beat, I think he meant to say, Toma in a fist fight? Well, we don't know enough about Komachi. Does Komachi know martial arts? If he does, then probably, because apparently any martial artist can beat Toma in a fist fight. But if Komachi doesn't have any street fight experience, then he can't. But since Komachi writes novels all day, I don't think he does much martial arts or training. I don't know. He's very mysterious.
Well, Komachi's the creator of Toma, so I think it's like, can you be in a fist fight?
On that facet, then maybe he can write him out of existence. Just like index volume retcon. Okay, Toma doesn't exist. But no, I think he meant. If you want to go down that route, then fair enough.
If he does that, then Toma makes Komachi's career cease to exist.
Yeah, seems like it. Well, if he wrote Misaka out a story, then his career would be over. unfortunately.
Yeah, it would just be his life ceasing to exist when the Misaka stands go for him.
Just imagine the uproar. I've always imagined the uproar. Imagine if Misaka like died or something. Like, damn. Anyway, on that note, I think it's time to bring the podcast to an end, unfortunately. But yes, thank you all for watching. It's been a blast. Really appreciate the super chats and messages and questions. Sorry we couldn't answer them all, but like I said, it's only fair we do one question per person, because I know people want to ask multiple questions, but it's just how it's podcast. I'm sure we'll do another one once the spin-off comes out and we can like discuss what our thoughts about it are, because it's really, yeah, we don't know what's going to be like, but I think everyone's got high expectations for it. It will be interesting to see what route it does take. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Make sure you subscribe to Emerald and Othinus in the description, and maybe Malcolm as well, even though Malcolm will upload maybe when Kamachi finishes Index.
I uploaded a video.
Did you?
Yeah, it's not going to be what you want.
Wait, did you upload one recently?
My channel's broken.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm clicking
Okay.
on the link to your channel. It's not even working.
Okay, that will be fixed. That I will. Once the stream is over in like a second, I will go to it and fix it. I don't know why it's broken. Maybe I copy and pasted it wrong. I don't know, but that will be fixed. So wait a second, and it'll be fixed. But regardless, follow them on the social media, because, of course, Twitter is key. Although, what happened to your Twitter, Emerald? Did you delete it?
I deactivated it.
Okay, yeah.
I will reactivate it eventually.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was wondering when I was like copying and pasting like the links. I was like, wait, where's Emerald's Twitter gone? I was like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Life's better on this side, to be fair.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, wherever you live in the world. And like the video so other people can see it, because in case they didn't see the VOD.